Alright, well, here's a really new player perspective on Final Fantasy 14. Made this for a friend, so you can see what's going on. Well, after the first intro, what you're going to want to do is you got to find them first, and these NPCs that have all these quests called Leave something, I forget off the top of my head. But you're going to want, depending on what class you make, you're going to want to get the fucking battle leave, I believe they're called. Yeah, so you're going to want to pick all those up for your first camp you're going to go to. It's a mistake I made on the first character I made. And this is, I've only made 2 characters, deleted the first one because it was just really sucked. So I'm going to pick up all these quests. This is the first time I've ever played it on this starting zone, so you're going to get to see me run around for a bit, all confused and disoriented, looking for what to do. Let's get all those quests. And maybe if I read the quest, or whatever the NPC was telling me to go, I probably would not be so lost, but in this zone, apparently they all talk like pirates on meth. Yes, I read about a sentence when I first started and could not continue, or my brain would melt. So, yeah. So I was just opening my map, looking around, seeing if I can find an exit that I can actually use. So, yeah, and the quests don't really give you a solid direction to go, so you kind of just gotta wing it sometimes. And I know that my character looks like a... I don't even know, he just looks really gay. He looks like a tiny gay boy. So, he looks a lot worse with the bandana or whatever I started out with on his head, so yeah, it's not cool. So, then I finally found the correct way, correct direction to go, so that was, you got the pleasure of seeing it cut up and sped up, and yeah, it's a lot of running for whatever the small amount of things you get to do, but yeah, a lot of running. Now you get to see some of the weather effects, plus fraps, plus a lot of people in one zone kicking the shit out of my FPS, so that's gonna plummet, even though fraps already does that. And there's the giant wall of text from the pirate on meth. I tried to read it for a second, I just gave up. I don't know what he wanted. Probably telling me something about that crystal in the middle. So, and now we're gonna kill some tiny furry creatures that apparently are plagued. Plagued rats, I guess. And then you get to see them kick the shit out of me. Alright, and here's another obnoxious thing I've thought of. It's the chat log. It doesn't only record what you're going through and display it, it also displays what everyone else is going through, like they're leveling up, what they're crafting, their skill ups and shit. And when they level up, I don't really care when other people level up. I don't need to see it in my chat box. It's obnoxious. I'm using a keyboard and mouse. I know they kind of desire you to play with the controller and shit, but even I'm using hotkeys still 90% of the time, and the tooltips on the action bar display anyways, even if I don't mouse over them. And then you see them every time you finish a quest, these little crystals, or spawn points, I guess you'd call them. I don't know what I'd call them. It's just crystals that appear after you do a quest. It'll teleport you back to the camp where you started it. Alright, so yeah, now that I got that finished, I went back and picked up the next one. I just got done killing a giant mole that I thought was the quest for the quest, but it wasn't, so and I leveled up and was fixing up my action bar. This big fucking furry creature bird things just staring at me. I don't know why. And then it decides to follow me on to the actual quest creatures. Fucking felt like it was gonna just maul me while I was killing them. It was a little uncomfortable. And here's where I actually found a chest out in the open. You have to open the menu to do basically anything, any interactions. And you open it, and lo and behold, you get all your loot. I don't like that they have. I don't like. I do like the fact that you don't have to sift through a bunch of extra menus to get loot. Thank God they didn't do that. There's already a plethora of menus that you have to go through to do weird shit that could be summed up in one menu. And now you guys get to see me die. So I just finished killing a bunch of moles, and was not expecting this to happen. So I was killing a bunch of moles, and then randomly, I went without resting, so then randomly another one appears that's aggressive, just comes at me from the get-go. And so I just tried to stand there for a second, see if I could regain some health, but it threw a rock at me. So, a little fucked up right here. Fortunately, it freaks out and does some stupid shit, but then another one appears. So, then, you know, running is not possible, basically, when you're that low of health, so I just had to take it for what it is. So, basically, when you die, you just open your menu and click return, and you just get about like a minute resurrection sickness. So, did all those quests out there, didn't have anything else to do, so I just came back and started doing my crafting. Basically, you have to do some crafting to level up fast if you don't want to grind. You have to grind crafting. And the crafting is quite obnoxious. If you ever played Aeon, it kind of reminds me of that. I don't know why they have that timer there. There's 3 different options when you're crafting. It's like normal, speedy, and then one for quality. They're probably not called that. In fact, I know they're not. They're probably just used for later crafting. So, yeah. So I finished all those crafting, and it was me looking at where I have to go to turn those in, turn the materials I crafted, turn them in for my rewards. As you can see, I open the map and show you what's going on. You have to do a lot of running. It's quite obnoxious when you don't have any mode of transportation or anything yet. So, yeah, that sucks. Now I'll leave you guys with the last bit of these ravenous sheep that I was told to kill in the quest. They sound pretty deadly, so I found it pretty amusing, so I thought I'd share.